And welcome back to the channel. I've been getting myself quite upset lately over silly things that don't really matter. Films, they don't really matter, okay? They're supposed to be an enjoyment. Now, the problem is when your expectations are high, and I've had this before, like people say, oh, why do you bother pissing on things? Why don't you look forward to things? Like with Alien Romulus, I had a person comment saying, why bother if you're just going to shit all over it? Why bother go watch it? Because I've had my expectation. I've had high hopes. I've had my expectations shattered. That's why. I don't trust Fede Alvarez. Okay, he talks a good talk. I watched that video HorrorCon. They showed 20 minutes and had a bunch of journalists all going, oh, Fede, oh, Fede. And he talks a good talk, right? He talks a good talk. He knows what he's talking about. But anybody can be fucking schooled and fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Fucking given all the right info and say the right things. And he does seem like a fan of the Alien franchise, but it doesn't mean Romulus is going to be good. Okay, Prometheus sounded good when it was being pushed, and we all had high hopes for that. Anyway, it's not about Alien Romulus, but I had high hopes going into this. Wasn't too bad. Not highbrow, nothing amazing about it. Stephen King, like The Shining. Carrie, I liked Carrie. The Shining, it's okay. Some people say it's a classic and they love it, and hidden meanings, and maybe I'm just not intelligent enough to get it. I don't know. But no, it just doesn't do much for me, The Shining. Sorry. I watched this one yesterday, but in its defense, I did watch a better film just before it. So it kind of like, if you watch something good, you shouldn't put Cujo on after it. So, and another film here, it's not Stephen King related, but these two are related. Another shit film, has a lot of screaming in it. Really bad performances, and the screaming is dubbed over and over again. And it's just so annoying. And the boy in this screaming again, really annoying. To the point where I don't know if it was in the script or, but Dee Wallace actually snaps at the boy. I'll get your daddy, because he just, I want my daddy. Yeah, cut and do what you want with that. Happy Mañana. So anyway, Cujo. This film was covered in mold. I should have left it be. I shouldn't have cleaned it. I shouldn't have watched it, especially after watching that other film that I'll go into in another video. Yeah. In the UK, you might, if you're of a certain age, you might be familiar with Bernie Winters and Schnorbits. That's all I could think of seeing that dog. And he starts off a really friendly, lovable dog until he sticks his head in a fucking tree, stump, cave, something or other that's full of bats that bite him on the nose. And the pain apparently drives him mad over the next few days, and he turns rabid. Yeah, it's got fucking drooling like rabies. He's covered in snot and slime, and it gets worse and worse. He starts killing people. Poor Dee Wallace and her son are trapped in a car, and this fucking psycho dog keeps them, attacks her, bites her leg up, and oh man, it's it is hard going, this film. It really is. It's just like it. it could have been over and done with so quick. It should have just run and got that bat first time, smacked the dog in the head a few times, and that would have been it. But this dog is lying in wait, hiding under the car, and it's just, I don't know. I suppose if a film has an effect on you, whether it's good or bad, then it's a worthy piece of art. But I really don't rate Stephen King stuff. I don't know why people love his stuff so much. Maybe it's, you have to be a reader. I'm not a reader. Is that a reader? Why would you want to read? I'm not a reader. Maybe I'll get into reading at some point, but I was when I was a kid. I liked reading, but I like watching films. Maybe this is a good book and you build up a picture in your mind, but just bloody annoyed me. The screaming, the dog. If it had been a Rottweiler or, Alsatian, but bloody St. Bernard, it's just not scary. It did do some damage, but it just doesn't, just maybe because I've got that programmed into my head with Bernie Winters. So anyway, just a random video talking about some of the stuff I've watched. And Stephen King, are you a fan of Stephen King? I know people rave, as I said, about Carrie, which is okay. They're all going to laugh at you. And The Shining. I used to have the picture of Jack Nicholson, here's Johnny, on my wall. Big, massive poster when I was younger. Never seen the film, but it was just such an iconic image, of him coming through the door. And when I did finally see the film, I was kind of bored, to be honest. I was kind of bored of it. Shelley Duvall was very good in it. She was, get away from me. And Jack Nicholson. It was good. It was a good film, but I mean, I don't know. It's just something about John Carpenter and Stephen King that bothered me. And they've both done good films that I like. John Carpenter's done, obviously, They Live, Assault on Precinct 13. I can't think. The Fog was pretty good. I like The Fog. But I'm not a fan of Halloween. I'm not a fan of... I wasn't a fan of a certain film that I'm going to talk about in another video. But yeah, Big Trouble in Little China. Not a big fan of that, but I can see why people like it. Stephen King. Not a fan of Carrie. Carrie's alright. Not a fan of The Shining so much. Definitely not a fan of Cujo. Pujo, more like. Maximum Overdrive didn't really do it for me either. It's alright though. It's more of a kids' film, isn't it? Kids' film. Bye.